What's up? Jaxx the Bearded Hiker here. Rigatoni and sausage in your Instant Pot. I'm going to show you how to do it. So I know I've done a pasta dish in the past, but that was for kiddie night. This is for adult night. We got red wine going in. We got spicy Italian sausage going in. Fresh herbs. It's going to be delicious. First order of business, we're going to go ahead and chop up one bell pepper. People always ask me where I get this, and I usually leave a link in the description, but it's just, I got it off Amazon. It's made by a company called Mueller, and again, I'll leave a link in the description. So the next thing you're going to want to chop up is a medium-sized red onion. I guess you could use a white onion if you want, just up to you. Alright, so pro tip here, before we start sauteing these vegetables up there, you're going to want to go ahead and turn your Instant Pot on. This is for you Instant Potters that don't know much about Instant Potting. I think I just maybe made up a word, Instant Potting. Anyway, so you see how we got the saute here? We're going to hit the start button. That's what we're looking for. We want to saute. So scroll down to saute, hit the start button. And if you'll notice right here on this little button, you're going to want to wait and put your oil in when that gets to the very top. And if you do that, then you'll have less stickage. Okay guys, see how right here you can see now, before it said preheating, now it says cooking. So now it's okay to go ahead and throw in our oil. Okay, so now we're ready to put the oil in there, and I'm just going to be using this oil right here. This is just a butter coconut oil that's infused with some butter. It's non-dairy butter, yada, yada, yada. And we're going to go ahead and just put a dollop in there, about that much. All right, see nice and melted up. Go ahead and throw in our bell pepper and onion and saute these up. So you don't even have to wait for these to soften or anything like that. Just, maybe 2 minutes. We're going to go ahead and throw in our sausage now. I got about 1 to 1.5 pounds of Italian sausage. And we're just going to brown this up just a tad. It doesn't have to be fully cooked. Just, cooked slightly. Okay, we've just been going about 1 minute with that sausage. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in a good 2 tablespoons of red wine. This happens to be Chianti. It's a delicious wine. I'll show you the label here. Beautiful wine. I don't know if you can get it where you're at, but it scores a 95. All right, we got this barely cooked up here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add in 4 cloves of freshly minced garlic. And we're just going to work that in. We're just going to keep rolling here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add in some tomato paste. Now this is 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. And I got something to say here about this tomato paste, because if you're like me, I'm like, why do I want to open up a can of tomato paste just for 1 tablespoon? Well, to rectify that situation, just buy you some of this stuff right here. It's made by Cento. It's just a squeeze tube tomato paste, and you put it in keep it in your refrigerator. Go ahead and stir that in. And we're going to go in with our herbs now. All right, folks, pay attention. We're going in with our fresh herbs. Pay attention what I'm about to say. Fresh herbs, 1 tablespoon of basil, 1 tablespoon of fresh oregano, or some people like to say oregano. All right, so here's where you're going to need to pay attention. If you're not using the fresh herbs and you're using the, the kind you get in your local grocery store that aren't fresh, you're going to use 1/2 teaspoon each of oregano and basil. Next up, guys, now this is an optional step, but I promise you it's going to bring a lot of umami flavor in here. Take your pinky finger. This is a tube of anchovy paste, and I go from that first crook just like that to the tip of my finger, and I just add that in there. Next up, 3.5 cups of water. So after you've added your water, go ahead and hit cancel on your Instant Pot. Means turn it off. All right, now that we got our pot off, we're gonna add 16 ounces or 1 pound of rigatoni. Go ahead and stir that in. Next up, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Give it a good stir. Okay, here we go, guys. Now we're going to go ahead and add in our jarred marinara sauce or pasta sauce. Now, this is called mazzetta. We're not a big fan of jarred tomato sauces, but let me just tell you right here, this is like your great-grandma from Italy bottled this stuff up and sent it to you in a jar. And it's like even got, you can't see this, but it's even got like this floating oil on top. It's gonna be delicious. So we're gonna slowly pour this in because you don't want to force any of that sauce through that. We just want it laying on top. So just take your time and do that. It's very important. It just kind of sits on top. If you don't want to use jarred pasta sauce, then I would recommend using tomato sauce. But don't go to Walmart and get your tomato sauce because it's not going to be good. Make sure you actually spend the money and get you a good tomato sauce. Matter of fact, if you can even make a homemade tomato sauce, I would definitely recommend using that. And you got to make sure it's going to be 25 ounces of tomato sauce. All right, so now we're going to just put the lid on it. And we're going to pressure this on high for 4 to 5 minutes, depending on how you like it. We're going to go 4. Okay, guys, so here we go. This is for the Instant Potters out there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to dial our knob here to pressure cook. We're going to hit the button once. Now we're on there, it's blinking. We're going to hit it again, and we're going to dial this down to 4 minutes. Right there, and then we're going to hit the start button. Oh, and you're going to quick release this. We just quick released, so hopefully we won't fog up this lens here. Oh, that looks delicious. All right. All right, you see how we got a little bit of liquid on here, guys. All right, so what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna stir this. All right, we're just gonna give it a good stir. And then we're gonna just let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes, and it's gonna thicken up. All right, we'll get back with you when it's done. All right, it's been about exactly 10 minutes, so you can see, guys, how it's thickened up nicely. All right, so we're going to go ahead and plate me a little bit of this up and give it a taste for you guys. So here we go. I got just a small bowl because this is going to be our supper tonight, and it's lunchtime. Or, well, it's like 2 o'clock. All right, let's give it a taste. Ooh, hot. Man, I've had it 100 million times, so I know it's fantastic. All right, guys, we'll wash this down with a little Chianti here. And, okay, so, rigatoni and sausage in your Instant Pot. Do it.